We're back. So we said we had something exciting, but we actually have some things exciting. I want to show you what else we got in store for you today. We've done the moon expose, and now we're moving on to something different. Panerais. Now, I don't know about you, but for personally, when I started getting into watches, this was the last watch I was ever going to look at, was a Panerai. And now this is right up there with one of my favorite brands, if not my number one brand. It is just the coolest, most rugged, robust, special watch that you can find. And you like to use the word power. Just makes you feel power.
100%. There's something about a Panerai when you put it on that it has this presence that other watches don't have. And I'm saying not from like a schwanking, flashy perspective, more from just the way it makes you feel when you're wearing the piece. Because they're naturally bigger. You know, generally speaking, your average watch manufacturer is always around like sort of 40 mil mark, give or take. Panerai's only relatively recently sort of 42 mils. Their standard's like 44, 45, 47. It's all about this power big image.
The one thing that always stuck with me was the Italian military. Now, I don't know the Italian military. I don't know what they've really accomplished in their lives or their careers, but this is the watch, right? It's the watch for the Italian Navy military.
100%. So that's actually how it started. Was first originally actually 1936 when they started potentially making these watches for the Italian military. That's where it all came from. That's literally how the brand started. And then since there's obviously grown and added to the collection, and now, well, pretty much everyone in the world.
And that's where that ruggedness and that robust, well-made kind of feel that you get from these watches comes from. You know, these watches are built for battle, effectively.
That's it. And I mean, we've learned from our side, even if we get the crusty ones in from 20 years ago, they clean up beautifully. They're easy to repair. They just made so well inside and out.
Before we get into these, I've forever struggled to actually understand the hierarchy and the family and the Radiomiers and the Marinas and the Luminor Marinas. It's a little bit confusing. Can you give me just a quick breakdown of exactly how it goes?
Definitely. So effectively, a newer edition, which we actually don't have on the table right now, would be the Luminor Duo, which they brought out a thinner dress watch, almost like a unisex piece as well. They're obviously trying to cater to the thriving women's market nowadays.
I dig a Panerai on a girl. Oh, really? I do. I'm sorry.
No, fair enough. Listen, again, why can't they also be powerful? You know, that's the point. They can also have a bit of power on their wrist. So it makes sense. It does make sense. So effectively, pre-Duo was the Radiomier. So that's pretty much the original flagship in terms of look and feel, especially with the cushion shape case. So very different, thin profile, originally wire lugs, onion crown. I know that's always been your flavor. You love that, the old school touch.
Love it.
Okay, and then onto the more robust, more sporty version would be the Luminor range, okay, which was developed mainly based on the Lume for deep sea diving. Okay, within that range, obviously Luminor Marina, that's where that comes in, with exceptionally enhanced waterproofness, I suppose, right? It's the right word. You went from 100 meters to 300 meters, okay? Then the real diver's piece, the submersible, okay? Now you've got your rotating bezel, and that's the real diver watch.
Got you. Okay, let's get into this. So let's start off. I mean, this I know it's a Radiomier, I get it. It's a signature onion crown, wire lugs, gotta love that. What is this piece? Tell me more.
Perfect. So this is actually a really, really different version that came out, and this is called the Alien. Now, what that is, effectively, in 1936, the same year that Panerai started with watches for the military and so on, there was this signature yacht called the Alien. Okay, originally came out of Scotland and so on. Anyway, it was the Rolls Royce of its time in terms of yachts.
In your pronunciation, yeah, I feel like there might be a little bit of Italian. Or
listen. Unfortunately, Alien. No, I'm sorry. No, I don't have that in me. We're gonna have to go with what I know. Unfortunately, the Santon comes out of me. Okay, so effectively 1936, this was the Rolls Royce, okay? And it was actually restored back to its former beauty. And they managed to salvage like 60% of the teak decking, and then they enhanced the whole inside, and now you can go on these little tours on it. So basically, they made a collaboration to commemorate the resurrection of the phoenix that was the alien. And you can see the wooden decking in the dial, which I absolutely love. And that's to bring that throwback. Obviously, natural patina in the sandwich dial as well. And what is also very special, only 492 of these pieces were made.
But I have to touch on that because it kind of feels a little bit gimmicky what Panerai like to do. They like to limit everything. 500, 750. What's the story? Are these pieces limited? Are they?
So this is the thing, right? I agree with you. They do pretty much always say limited and it's numbered and so on. My theory is this. Anything sub 1,000 is actually limited. That's the right way to go with it. Your run-of-the-mill lumen or whatever the case is, 2,500. I wouldn't quite call it limited, and I agree with you that. I actually do believe as well is a little bit gimmicky. But anything sub 1,000, you're in the mix. Sub 500, you're really doing well. And then once you start approaching your early 100 mark, then you know it's a proper special piece.
All right, cool. Nice. Really, really nice. Love that. What we got here? What's next? Oh, this is proper sick. This is really, really sick.
That is seriously special for multiple reasons. So 2023, Panerai brought out 3 Navy SEAL editions. Okay, so again, back to the whole military, army ethos that Panerai has. And they do a lot of the Navy SEALs, the American Navy SEAls now we're talking about.
Oh, really?
Okay. And effectively, these 3 that they brought out, that's Luminor with Brunito steel.
I was looking at the steel. I'm like thinking, have we not done anything? Have we not touched this up around here? I mean,
no, that's not. It's definitely not schmutz. It's definitely not schmutz.
I was thinking, what is it? I'm trying to rub it off. It doesn't come off.
Now, what I love, so it's been treated. So it has this age effect on it, which I love because you know as well as I do, there's nothing worse when you get a little speed stripe on one of your pieces where you actually won't even see it on that. But that they brought out, I love the dial. That's got that almost like ombre.
It's like almost a bit grainy to an extent.
Correct, yeah. So they've done a matte ombre dial.
Spectacular.
And then insignias on the back as well, which is unbelievable.
There's the home units to United States Navy SEALs.
There we go.
And another funny number, limited to these 862. I mean, where do they thumbsuck these things from?
Listen, the 862, I don't know where they came from, but effectively, that would still be a numbered piece, not as rare as the previous or the ones that are coming. But still, very sought after, very rare. And all 4 of these are actually boutique-only exclusives. So you can't get these anywhere else besides direct Panerai boutique or obviously us now.
Okay, very, very nice. And this, Orania.
Nothing like a pop of color. You gotta love a pop, eh?
No, that's I would say that's more than a pop. I mean, this is
it's a little bit of a strobe light, eh?
I mean, it's bordering on blinding, but very, very nice. I like it.
Now listen, it's always nice to have a little bit of funk in your life. So that's part of the Navy SEAL range again. Okay, so this is one of the other pieces that came out 2023. And what is nice about this submersible, they're often 47 mils, which I personally always think you limiting the amount of people that can wear these pieces. What is so nice about this one, 44 mils.
That's nice.
So sweet spot for majority of guys wanting a big power piece.
I love that.
Love the pop of orange, and you'll see the third hand, GMT. So you've got a GMT on a submersible, obviously directional crown.
And tell
me, diving piece.
And tell me their movements, all in-house, obviously.
All in-house. Absolutely everything, start to finish, Panerai never deviates. Obviously manual auto, they do variations of, but everything in-house. In-house.
You know what I love? I love the little touches of orange along the way. I love the little date window. It's got the orange markers. I love the little second hand, the GMT hand. Just little snippets of the orange that get accentuated by the Orania strap.
And the nice thing as well, if the Oranya's too much for you, you know how Panerai does it. It's always coming with an extra strap. Always coming with something
and
special.
the little tool to try change it. Yeah, I don't have the ability to change it, but it's nice to have the tool there just to look at.
Yeah, that's it. You can show your friends that you've got something that you pretend you can do.
No, this is amazing, eh? Really, really, really nice.
Now, a really nice thing about that piece is, okay, it's a satin finish, which is quite a different finish for a submersible, firstly. Secondly, limited to 500 pieces. And they actually reserved 62 of them for retired members of the Navy.
Ah, special. That's really special. Amazing. Nice, eh? Like it. And last but not least, this feels like money. I don't know why. I just get that feeling. I just get tingles in my hand.
No, you have a full sickness, eh? A full sickness. So the nice thing of this is that I know, Sol, you tend to battle a lot with these Panerais thing. You know, half of them look the same. You're never quite sure.
They all look the same, first of all.
Not that one.
Yeah, this one's different.
Not that one.
This is different.
That you can tell straight away. So sandblasted titanium, firstly.
Feel the light.
There we go. And that's actually Panerai's entire own made titanium. Okay?
I love it.
Very different blend.
I love it when these brands
love the metals.
Their own steels and metals and stuff.
It's not good enough for inners, the outers as well.
Exactly.
Okay, perfect. So this piece, ridiculously special, okay, for numerous reasons. Not only when you have a look at it and you see that there's loom integrated into the case, okay, and the outer ring, and nothing glows like that.
They've done it on the outer ring of the bezel.
That's it. And did you see the crown? Don't forget the crown. The crown must also have a little pop.
I'm sorry, that's overkill. I mean, it's insane.
No, I absolutely love that. So the whole point of this piece, okay, it's to celebrate 70 years of Luminor. Okay? The whole point is it must glow in the dark when you're in the depths of the ocean. So to commemorate this, they went ballistic with loom. Okay, and they've loomed it up everywhere. Okay, firstly. Now we're talking seriously limited. 270 pieces.
That's mad.
Worldwide.
That's mad.
That is not a little South African allocation, whatever the case is. This is possibly, I would consider, if maybe there's a handful in the country.
Wow.
And cherry on top of the cake, to celebrate the 70 years, 70-year warranty on the piece.
70-year warranty. I'm trying to think if I've ever known of any artifact that's lasted 70 years or anything.
Nothing, because nothing ever does, right? You really need to look after them and lots of care and so on. And you know as well as I do, a good watch brand, 2 years, 3 years, really good ones, 5 years.
Some of them have been doing 5 and up lately.
That's it. But if it's up, you have to register on their site. You have to make a profile, load your watch and so on, and then you activate your PAM guard or your RWC warranty and so on, and then you get 8 to 9 years, okay? But here, 70 years.
Absolutely mind-blowing. Mind-blowing.
But it shows, it goes back to what we were talking about, is that the inner workings of this piece and what makes them so special, the confidence Panerai has
100%.
to stamp 7, and they even 100%. Stamped on the back.
100%.
70 years, they know it's going to last. And that gives you the confidence in buying these things.
Definitely. Do you have any idea what something like this would retail for in the shops? Recommended retail price?
Recommended retail on that piece?
Absolute thumbs up.
Thumbs up. I mean, surely 350, 400K, give or take. I would need to check that for you.
Wow.
And that's based on limited pieces and desirability.
Got you.
Real Paneristes, got to try that one.
Definitely. Definitely.
Didn't you guys have 3 of those Navy watches?
Yeah, we did, actually. We did. Sorry about that, Lex. So the other one we wanted to show was the third version of the Navy SEALs, because we actually got all 3 in of these limited short runs from 2023. But the Carbotech unfortunately found a home. It's how it goes. These pieces, they're going to go. They're going to go, sadly. So that was the third one.
We're selling them, I mean, forget what the recommended retail price is. All I know is that we're selling them at a fraction of what you'd pay for them in the stores. And these pieces are basically brand new.
100%. 100%, especially these, because of their boutique, limited nature. The previous owner, who was a huge watch collector, looked after them like gold. I mean, they got a test drive once or twice, and it's as good as new for a fraction.
So that's about it for today with these Panerais. I don't know how we do bigger and better than this, but we'll definitely have something else in store for you. So stay tuned. We'll be back. Nice.